oh, hello beautiful fellow human beings. So, going to tie a big old pink thing for the spooling. Kind of forgot that I had some pink hackle feathers, and they're wispy. Not very webby, but wispy. So, gonna give them a go. And nice length. Kind of a hectic spread of sizes. I can dig it. So, snap me off one or two. Then I'm just going to use the remainder of this pom-pom for the dubbing, maybe with some silver marking on the doodle. I'm supposed to be practicing doodling some coral, but I can't get the proportions right. So let us see. Well, first, let us stretch. Oh, and let us test the audio. Hope everyone's night is going golden, as always. Hey, hey, David. Alright. Well, works. So, wait. I want to, I found my bike. It was in one of a few places, but I found it the other day, so I gotta get some, inspiration to reorganize that room so I could get to it. It's in the back, but yeah, really lightweight aluminum frame road bike, and I always really liked it. Didn't ever have to change anything on it, because even the coloring was nice, or is. Goody me, I don't have to say was anymore. But silver in color, because it's aluminum, and orange grips and all that. So let's see. What's the string? So we're gonna be tying. I'm gonna tie this. I wonder where that fell. We're gonna be tying some saltwater flies. I'm gonna take these bracelets off because I'm probably gonna get it. Well, finish getting ready first, and I could mix some of this pink rabbit fur in. I held a few of these chunks underwater. It's not face mask, but it sops up water. And how the spillway is, it's a real gusher. So that water's churning. And thinking something with, I have these Aberdeens, but with like a nice size shake. I just forgot how to open these boxes. It's the corner. It says as much, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna add a bead. I'm gonna think for a second and like collect these bits. Oh man, you can't see it. Why is this? Nuh-uh. This is flashing red, like battery-wise. So I have to find a extension cord real quick. Hey Carlos, how you doing? It is not. It is South Florida though, so when at the beach, might as well be to have a huge buildup of excitement for the water warming up, because Just dying. Like my whole like body is like hurt, just pain, because it's really the closest thing to flying, huh? Swimming. And in salt water, it's just majestic. And in the winter, it's cold and miserable. And next winter, perfect. I got wool, and yeah, stoked on that. So I'll be warm. Good night, pink Sharpie. Good night. And gonna go in with white instead of using the fluorescent pink, which I love so much, but it's quite thick, so I want to save that for larger. And then I could just be color matching. Y'all right. And I've been, you know, kind of, I don't want to say lazing around, because I have not been doing that, but the listing, I haven't been very proactive, so I was supposed to get some supplies next time I, like, had the opportunity, but instead I really needed shoes. Now I have a pile of shoes. And nowhere to go. That's the worst part. Like, oh shoot, I forgot I needed this. But dang, really nice shoes. Scored on them. Excuse me. And they were, yeah. If you scroll far enough on Amazon, you find some wicked, quite honestly, steals. One pair is brand new and it's like $7. I don't know the original price really, but they shouldn't fall apart. Code will tell you. Like the first 3 times, like went out and about, the thank you code. Please, like it wasn't like going like anywhere like just quick too. It was like walking around downtown or street painting festival in a nature preserve. And I had 3 pairs of shoes fail consecutively, and yeah, I pretty much have thrifted every object I've ever owned, nearly almost every arts and crafts material also, excluding here and excluding the shoes. But I still thrift everything else because there's a few reasons, like moral reasons, sure, but that's just like one in like an entire pyramid built with a billion bricks. But another is just the quality and probably flammability. I don't know, but it feels flammable. Men have it a little easier, in my opinion. If you just like casual, what have you. Real soft t-shirts. They got t-shirts to a point that's like, yeah, and hoodies. But women's, like, the Shein, and I really don't know how to pronounce it. I feel like I pronounce it every time different, but that stuff, it's like they take the images from anywhere, and once I think, I don't think twice, but I know once I saw a startup Etsy listing I saw like a year or 2 prior has a Shein photo, but it's like printed onto the stuff. So if you see an embroidered dress, it's usually like printed on, like, and the fabric itself is like, ooh, across all this fabric. I feel like it's like some NASA rejected like insulation. I talked too much today. Dear Lord. Went to my dad's friend's house to drop off a table, so we're gonna zoom on it. Hey, I really like the mermaid the $7 mermaid shoes. I've never had shoes quite. I don't know. They're just. I like the rope. The like. 'Cause, you know, you can use that like in a pinch. It's like the same rope you would get in like a 50-foot or a 100-foot little thing, but I think they're quite nice. And this, I like this. There's a few strategic reasons why I like wedges with the woven. I don't plan steps very well in regards to stairs and streets. I scratch the heck out of heels. So, hence, thrifting and keeping just a circulation of falling apart shoes. However, the only shoes that have never really fallen apart on me were wedges with woven these. And they're like, yeah. So I was able to do enough mental gymnastics on those guys where they have become incredibly utilitarian. Yeah, but that's about it. And it's like the shoes for, cause gosh, since like moving to the swamp and like the spamdemic or what have you, I haven't really like, I haven't even been to like a museum or anything really. Not like those, you know, library here and there, but not art galleries or anything. Alright, okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get right started. As proud as I am, I've been trying to build a capsule wardrobe, and it is, to be totally honest, very important. Super trying to get the absolute basics, and I saw locally, but I'm trying to get the price down, an old Banana Republic safari jacket, but the only time I've ever seen those, they were like much too large, but it is a small, and Banana Republic back in the day had pretty sturdy clothing. Alright, enough of that. So, the spillway is brackish, I think. Shoot, I should look up the definition of that. But, doo-doo brown. A greenish. Doo-doo brown. So, I was wondering if you could also put hackle feathers along a blood quill tail. I think I will when I swim, because I want to see if it will, like, keep the, like, oh, I zoomed in way too much. Please should, yeah. I scored really hard in the last few days. It's weird, you know. I'm not horribly spiritual, really dig symbolism, but I'll just like really need something, and I'll just like trip, and I'll trip on that object because it really. Oh, Code, I got you a picture, or I found you a picture. It's bulk pickup day tomorrow in Lake Worth, so I found one on the side of the road. It's a random Florida family. It's like the most Florida. It's like one of those historical photos, but modern, where it's just um, casual. Yeah. Uh, there's other ones too, but that one I thought was. So tomorrow's Thursday, I think. Finally, I feel like I've thought it was Thursday for a while now, but I'm stoked on that because I'm looking for shelves, and you can't really like just go out and buy a wooden shelf. I mean, you can, but I don't have like no $4 grand for like something that came from a tree, and I'd rather one that came from a tree a long time ago. You know, I don't want a freshly mauled tree. Times are tough right now. But, you know, and I never want one of those dressers again, where I'm the jigsaw pieces, like maybe 70% wood, and then the other 30 particle board. So it started like deforming and like coming alive because of the stuff like that, which it is a garage converted into a essentially room with drywall that I'm gonna be using to work. It's just really excited to have like a proper workspace, really, because it is difficult knocking 100 things down when trying to learn something. And I always wanted to rent a straight up warehouse. I could have just popped a tent in the middle of it, which still might be a thing. I think it'd be really cool to get a huge warehouse space. I'm talking like sheet metal walls, but you know, and it's just nice inside. And Code, so he had like he's like the command center of it all. Either try to recreate the bridge like in Star Trek, or a cubicle. Like a cubicle in the middle of a airplane hangar, I think would be. Because another cool thing about the. Hey there. I charged this, but I must have had it switched over to the like the other. So shoot. I could have it leaning. I was trying to paint some coral, so it's been really hard to. Maybe if I prop this lamp and hold it. Nope. Shoot. Alright. I have to find a. Alright. I have to find a extension cord. An extension cord. And look, I'm making a little scene to put in the living room for my parents to have to look at. And remember to ask his friends for turkey feathers. Oh, I'm very stoked for seasons, so I have to start making things to entice some, some of that sweet stuff my way. Hey, I don't know if I am like capable mentally, to be totally frank, to hunt myself, but boy, will I make you stuff or hand you random objects, and hopefully fish one day. So please do. Any like practices that you couldn't live without. What am I doing over here? Such a good practice that is really appreciated. Because as long as I pretty much stay at that desk all the time in the world and leave all hell breaks loose here, so until like treatment's totally over and all that, and my parents could get out and about, trying to stay just in some form of learning mode. Like, you can't see him from over there, but a filing system of notebooks. I mean, I've been tracking all the regulations too, so I've been keeping all the coastal angler issues. Really neat, because then you could track all the tides and stuff and like go back, because they put the tide charts in coastal anglers now. Monthly thing. That's double-sided. But, yeah. And all the notes are like that. I'm trying to retain more memory. And it's very difficult right now, for sure. Been slowly breaking out to my parents that my brain does not function in any shape or form when a television is on, and that is no one's fault, and I don't expect anyone to change their environment for my inability to focus to 2 hours worth of explosions and Tom Cruise. So I'm just kidding, it's not quite that severe, but yeah. My mom likes sitcoms and my dad likes action movies. So I want to make a movie that's just non-stop explosions and laugh tracks. So I am having trouble finding an extension cord. And I think I might have better luck in the garage, but I'm trying to avoid that. It is dark and inhabited out there. Every now and then someone sleeps under the fence. There's a fence that broke, and never seen anyone or anything, but they leave cans. It's kind of like a TP fence type of little niche. Looks cozy enough. I mean, you can like stay wandering like this long as you get good at like securing food and reasonable ways that take off on no one else's foot, like plants and crabs. I don't know, blue crabs are everywhere. What the heck, man? There's this giant honking extension cord. That's too big. I think that would be a little extreme. Okay, so I'll just oh yeah. Yes. She Ah! Hey, oh, okay. Yeah. Oh dear, I did not just find that. I'm not even gonna grab it. Alright, so extension cord. Here. Yeah. What? Oh. Why would they do that? Why are some really easy to get out and some are like intensely difficult? But it's like the same distance apart, the tongs mean. Or no, the tongs. I got it. Charger. The thickest, shortest. Oh, wait. I know next to nothing about electricity. Is this cord okay? It's thick and short. It's not. I'm guessing it's fine. I don't even know if that's like a thing, but I started paying attention, I guess. Guess let it charge for a second. God, I cannot express how bad I want to paint. So bad. But I don't know. I don't get very far. I poke and then sit, stare, and oh, I gotta break out of that. Maybe painting in like public, like painting in a park or something. Might force continuous. Oh, I wanna see. So my gimbal died, and I don't know what's happened. I'm guessing it wants to like. Wow, it's dead. It just angry blinked in red. Interesting. I might like need tea or something. I went to the just what a day. My dad's friend's dog is cool though. But holy chaos. But so not really sure what to do about that, so maybe I'll just put it. Nice lamp. Why? Oh. Yeah, I really don't know what's going on, cause it's just. Oh, maybe that cord is no good. Holding the phone. So, okay. Okay. So no. Okay. Use the power strip maybe instead. Because there is one. It was a box, but it was a, what was a box? It was just, well, this isn't gonna be long enough. Oh wait, it is. I just need to, like, place the backpack to anchor it. Okay, so it's like barely long enough, but that's okay. I don't understand. I mean, it's blanket. Red. Here, one more. Well, so I guess I just do it a little uneven, because I don't. I wish this had like a little screw I could tie, or not tie, but screw. Because if I could just tighten it in place, and then it would work for a, I don't know why this isn't, it was charging for a good long time. What if it's died? Okay, go for a walk instead. Maybe a cup. Ooh! That's alright, can't touch it. Oh, I forgot to add some lead. Should do that real quick. Hold that real quick. So, I made this purse out of the, like, head pins from craft stores with really old pearls. The string I found them on where it's totally disintegrated. And the clasp was missing half of it, but also, third time found some nice little chunks of coral. From old broken jewelry, not not ooh in the boo, but and this one is the pre-drilled coin from 1883, but really nice dime. I only get pre-drilled coins if going to make something. Oh, one more part. The clasp, I got like 3 or 4 of these clasps. They're sterling, but kind of brassy. And I'm not sure if it's Sleeping Beauty turquoise, but it's so close to that blue I'm really looking for. I don't know what exactly it's. Shoot. I'm just concerned about its well-being, I think. This This thing is one of my favorite things I've ever used, because my little way down didn't work. I need to find some smaller hair clips. I didn't add a bead. Oh, maybe use one of those beads that clamp down. I believe they're from Michael's or one of those types of craft stores. Yeah, they're good forever. I don't really like, ooh, shoot. I don't really like Michael's too much. I feel like they, I don't know. I need to get better quality stuff. Like, I find way better quality just by chance at yard sales and thrift stores and Facebook Marketplace and OfferUp. But it's just, this stuff is very, spent a lot of time making stuff, but then the materials degrade like within days, like especially the like not copper, the wire, craft wire. Copper's fine, but it's super expensive at craft stores. Craft stores. Sounded like I said that, but craft stores. And so I used to get it either from my dad's garage or scraps. I was looking around to see if there was a scrap out still. Like, here's a bunch of this, I'm not sure what it's for, but it's got, like, a good gauge of wire on the inside, and really easy to strip. And that made, God, dozens of these old these brooches, Stone Age brooches. Find a scrap of copper wire, just give it a go. They're really easy to make and really satisfying because it's all one piece of wire, including the clasp. And I'm sure there's videos on how to make them, but you could look at a picture and recreate it. It would be cool to go to, like, I guess, electrician place to have a craft, like, thing. Oh, I wonder if that's, like, if I can, where does, scrap wire go? Like, garbage? But maybe it can be used for blessed arts and crafts. But you know what I mean? Could go and get, still blinking red, get the, maybe a little bucket thing that they'll be forced to carry around. Shoot, how would you do that? Because I guess it probably just goes in the garbage. I guess they could bring it in if they want the scrap. And have a reciprocal. Oh, also after this, I gotta get going on this. I really want to get the elk hair caddis ago, which that fingered fly tire, of course, has a pattern for it, and that There's a few sites been kind of sticking to Still and Fat Finger Fly Tire, Warm Water Fly Tire, which one of y'all recommended, and still really appreciate that. But step-by-step imagery. I found this ball today. I'm not sure what it is, but it has a 4 on it, and it's got decent weight. I'll never forget once I found a jade egg at a yard sale, and it turned out it wasn't just a jade egg, it was like a tool of sorts. But I'm sorry. I started way too late tonight, but I fell asleep. I just needed to lay flat, and I needed to lay flat so immediately, like my back was just like needing it, that I didn't. I usually will pull a yoga mat out and lay flat if like it's like that, like been over a long time. But ever since computer chair, honestly, like never really feel that. So, but anyway. I think like that doubled would be too much. Maybe I'll split it in half. Kind of like folding it over. I try to do the whole like tie it in and then fold it around, but I just don't like how that feels. It always feels like it's going to slip out of place or get pulled out of place. I just need to pay more attention when people do that. Oh, I was also thinking, like when attaching a long fiber that's wispy and shiny, to have it coming out here, but going down and then coming out at another point to give, well, maybe I will just, because that's a nice little, well, maybe I'll double it. Double it or give it to the next person. I'm sorry. I've been on the internet more than I've ever been in my entire life these last few years. Because, just didn't feel like standing outside on a public guest network, I guess. I didn't have my own. That's all. But I'm Amy's guest network. Bless you, Amy. Which, it would only work at like the corner, but came in quite handy for a few instances. So, hope everyone's weekend goes well. It's a few days away. Starting to get stoked because no appointments or anything. And like, as where did I say about the 0 weight gain? But Doctor says everything's looking alright, but I cannot wait to. I wish code could have more so I could figure out how to document some of this, because when push comes to shove, I'm just like in a state of awe 24/7. So I haven't been doing a very good job at documenting this whole thing, because what an experience, and unfortunately an experience shared by too many. Well, not too bad. Alright. Need a little bit of you. Mash it at the source. Let's go on this side. Like a little more, flattens out. Yeah. I think that's alright. I cannot forget weed blocker. Hey, weed whacker's fine. Whack out my way. Bye. Hey, alright, so then alright, so, hey! Back in business. Bye, Mary. Why? Oh, sorry. Mary, I have a bad habit of talking quite. My family, is a family, quite really loud talkers, honestly. Do apologize. I try to talk louder. Mainly in person, because I have I gotta repeat myself all the time. I always feel like I'm talking loud. But when I do try to talk loud, like, it's when, why are you yelling? And I'm like, oh dear, I can't seem to get this right. This, when, I like talking, or like, with my parents and stuff. And, my dad's friend talks really loud too, and his girlfriend talks, really loud. Not really loud, but like, you know what I mean? Louder than me. So like, you know, I stood no chance. I stood no chance of being heard. But they had the cutest dog I've ever seen in my life. And I'm not sure the breed. She. And or did I even say? But oh, the dog is so sweet. And I wanted to really focus on saying hello to the puppy, because they've been also going through hell. He recently had a stroke, and it's him, his girlfriend, like really pretty cat, which looks, gosh, not 14, but cat's 14 does not look like a young cat. But and the dog's smaller than the cats. Like the dogs really don't get to meet many small dogs, I guess. Oh, shoot. I like putting this stuff if I'm gonna do a bunch of like random layers of thread. I don't know if that's good or not. I don't know if it messes with integrity, but I guess the innards wouldn't unravel, it would be the outards. So, not too sure. Because it's so wispy, I can't imagine it's going to cause any issue. There's also this deeper, kind of reddish. Yeah. So, yeah, these little barbules. What can I do with all these barbules? I think potential. Sorry, God. I either need to get a Britney Spears microphone or talk a little louder. I never hesitate to, yeah, and if I don't notice, I do apologize. So. And if you care about your business, I hope your existence as well. I'm just, having the time of my life over here. Given. But, I think I have, some, like, families that just, like, just chaos. They never catch a break, whatever. Like, definitely my mom's side of the family, but, so it's been, I don't know, ain't nothing, though. A lot of my, I guess, like, hands hobbies are also really good for, like, getting your mind off of things and stuff. And if anyone here has any markers, like a Sharpie, and maybe grab some, like, a box of their, like, kids' watercolor paints. They sell them at a lot of dollar stores, the, like, and a really nice, ethereal kind of colors. Shoo, hey Ron, how you doing tonight? Recycling plan, right on. I don't know if you can benefit from this information. How do you strip wire usually? Because for the last few years, I discovered it doesn't matter if the coating is like thick. It's a scalpel, disposable scalpel, but you can hold it on like the table. I have one, but I don't know where it is. But anyhow, like this. I tried box cutter and all that, but for some reason it didn't work. But disposable, and to make sure there's nothing hard in front of you, so like the blade doesn't snap and ricochet. But and you like pull it like that. And sometimes you have to like go in and out, because if you do a strong angle, like with the strippers, it nicks the copper because it's so soft like butter. Oh, now I can zoom in. Also got this recently. It was loose bead, heavy. Cloisonne. I can't say it. I can never say it. Cloisonne. Let me just really, really, really like the shape of it. It's not a shape I've really seen. I mean, I've seen diamonds and like more cushiony, but kind of reminds me of a star, and more of a star rather than a diamond, like the pinched in, and yeah, you can see kind of like a ridge one moving. So there's that part, and as you can see, it's also a bead. There's just a wire going through it, so I could add it to a larger. And the color itself is kind of like, the coolest like acid green. Toulouse-Lautrec, if you see some of his paintings, which a friend of mine, like, never really noticed that until someone pointed that out. And you'll see like this really beautiful acid green lining and outlining throughout a lot of the pieces I've seen, which I've only seen like maybe 2 out of 10, so. Alright, moving slow here. Taking our time. I cannot believe it's already been an hour. Wow. I am, I guess, really taking my time. So I'm gonna rip some of this pink rabbit fur from one of my scarves. That blue actually chewed up. Real rabbit fur scarf with pom-poms. And all the pom-poms are stitched together. I found it at Bell's for like, God, it was like $3 or something like that. Granted, like 15 years ago. Maybe not that long ago. Like 8 years ago. But, like, I just can't get over because fur's been kind of a no-no in a lot of places. You won't find real leather in, like, anywhere anymore. Maybe Ross sometimes. Like, like, yeah. I have to be careful, like, Dr. Scholl's. Those, fitness sandals that people used to wear in the 70s, which I still really, really want a pair. I know they're really not the most comfortable things in the world, but they dig them a little bit. So I'm gonna get the UV, and also the rabbit fur very close to the pom-pom stuff, which has nice long fibers, helps my fingers get the stuff on the thread, because there's like Play-Doh. But if anybody has some like sweet pictures of like their flies or like fish or just nature in general, man, I gotta try to draw some stuff, but with creative block and just the inability to choose anything, I've always been indecisive, but something's gotta give because it's just reaching new territories and I'm not okay with that. Don't have all the time in the world, just like a little bit, but so yeah, so like I don't want to try to do something from the internet, like I don't know, I just another like place can't choose. Found an old diving vlog that has some cool coral, cause I got asked code with that one diving. I have it saved in a bookmark, but I can't find it. Really good for this area. Oh, anywhere this part of the Atlantic and over near the Bahamas. That's so nice. I just love that UV ice of it. It looks like a starry sky. It turns anything into a starry sky. Oh, think silver because I was gonna add silver striped down this one, but I figured next one when I add a bead, so big old, oh, I am adding a bead, dang. It's not too late either, so I might. Like, it's murked, it's really okay, so. My mom went like this in her sleep at my dad, so now he's terrified that she's gonna karate chop his neck, essentially. Yeah. So I gotta ask, I can't forget to ask her if she remembers what she's dreaming about, because I've never seen anybody retain dreams, and she won't write them down, but you know, I guess I have to, but just need to put better effort into that, because that's something, out of everything that you can be handed down, dreams, like a dream journal, or recipes, I think is pretty wicked. I mean, recipes, like, to be able to, like, that is so important. Really, really dig the fact that, hey, they've been using a lot of the same ingredients for a long time now. So you can not only smell history or different periods, but taste it and, you know, feel it by the physical, like, you know, aspects of cooking. Chop, chop, mix, mix. Well, it was like a disco dust, a disco dust bunny. Heaven must be missing angel, missing my angel child. 'Cause Taparez. That song gets stuck in my head all the time. So, okay. So wow. I really appreciate that Shibuya. Shiboys. I apologize. The A and text kind of looks like a S bar sometimes. Shibuya. Okay. Silver stripe. Oh, why do that when I could do holographic silver? I'll just do a few strands. Which I have been meaning to try to tie something super, super small and use this for wrap because it's really beautiful. Eventually I'll have some holographic silver and gold in different diameters. No, not diameters. Millimeters. Until then, we got hair tinsel. Oh yeah. Shoot. I'll attach it on this side, travel north a bit, come back for this, carry on. Let me scroll this back up real quick because it's ready for some dubbing. Oh, mommy. And let me just like get this up here. Maybe if I split it, I just, when I go over it, I get this weird hump that I'm not that into. I have discovered. I can't get it to lay flat, and I don't think I offer it the right patience. And I get a weird kink in the back of it. Divine intervention. Always my attention, so I take my time. The search for perfection. Okay. Just gotta like work around this real quick. Ah, got it. Ooh. Alright. Need a Britney Spears mic. I could get an intent, or like maybe see if there's a principal and use codes. Printers would make like one for boxing, like the big ones. Bam! Aye. Okay. Oh. I want to get one of those like glue stick looking ones. I cannot for the life of me remember the company, but this just doesn't. I apologize. Like, I don't mean to be harsh because I don't have any experience. I have no idea what I'm talking about. But it says high tax wax. I'm either really bad or there has to be something a little tackier out there with it. For the unlearned tips of the beginner. Okay, just wanted to get this. have to hit this with a coffee grinder. Not. As your, oh, like very kind of randomly cut yarn, but I think everything's kind of, but one day I will just like dub a whole string or something until I could get the feel for it. So it's not jumping off the line when I go to wrap it too, because it definitely does that a lot. Like when I am not streaming and I'm dubbing, indistinguishable from like a quick game in Call of Duty. It's indistinguishable. But so I only play every now and then. Like if I really need to wake up, helps like incredibly. And I'm really happy to try other games, but just haven't run into any that I don't really care what it is or anything. It's just for some reason I can play it and not. I found a lot of value in it. And anyway, long story short, it's self audio, and after a rain and cold front, there's a palmetto bug, and like sometimes I don't really have like slow or fast reflexes, you know what I mean? I just try to pay attention to my surroundings. But if I'm not, yeah, they're obviously slow. But if I am, but this time I wasn't paying attention. Peripherals only, baby. And what? Like out of nowhere. Oh, I was like, that's not Call of Duty, I'm telling you. I don't play anything else. It's just instead of like, next I have to get into like doing push-ups or something. I can only do a few and it's not good. There's a reason why I have a sweater on. It doesn't matter how much like heavy stuff I lift. I got like toothpick arms. It drives me nuts. And apparently my dad does too, because I was like, yeah, he have a toothpick arm. And even tells me I like to eat a cheeseburger or something. If I like wear spaghetti straps, it drives me nuts. But my dad's irrigation, right? So he's backfielding and digging trenches all day, every day. Well, obviously not anymore, but maybe if I get bulked up, I could get into that and like employ people for trenches and backfielding, because that is no joke. But anywho, that's what my dad did like 24/7. His arms are chicken shit too, so gosh, I'm starting to think it's like this goes back from days of yore and this like some ancient curse type shit. Cause I'm not trying to be like bulking out or anything. I just don't wanna. Makes no sense. So, alright, enough of that. I have these silver beads. They might fit. If not, can perhaps pry them open a bit more. I know there's one in here. Like a decent size. Yeah. No. Yeah. Aberdeen, nice thin wire, so maybe this cubs. Ooh. Oh. Yeah, that fits. Sorry, I need to get pliers. So, I don't know if you can see really, but it fits. These are little knot covers, and they're just metal. I think these ones are stainless steel beads that you can crimp on after. Like, sometimes maybe you have a gemstone necklace, let's say, and a few of the stones or shells or whatever break, and if you don't want to restring it, you could throw a few of these to at least make the, so it's not loose on the, bam. How brilliant is that if you forget your bead? Like, yeah, bead covers. Young, or you, I never know if I pronounced that right. Yeah, he has interesting style. I think he came with he's inspired. Yeah. Yeah. No, I keep meaning to do dream journal, but I like really put effort into not remembering dreams. So, which I wish I could, but I don't know if I'm just like overthinker or something. I never have like the only good dreams I have will be like walking through a field. I find a carriage full of vintage clothes. That's pretty much it. But I like too realistic, too not good, and too no thank you. I'm good at that. I am a man of free will. And if I want to have dreams, I will have dreams. If I don't, I will never have one again. I'm just kidding. But really don't. I think just like, maybe I should try to remember dreams. Eased up on a lot of like, I don't know, just like, I watched not too much true crime, but you know, I wasn't like a stranger to it. But God, I think the older the longer I live, like the more you see, and I think it doesn't make life easier. It makes it more scary and fragile and irreplaceable and okay, so I'm gonna maybe add another feather to go around. Mm. might want to trim that a little shorter than the other stuff, so it, like, feels like it's like bleeding together. Or maybe just trying to do a silver hackling silver this. I'm wanting to try that. Oh, flimsy indeed. And watch a lot of like almost like hyper mundane stuff with code, because like human condition stuff, I guess, like anything possible essentially. And I respect that you watch a lot of the like just stuff like every walk of life type of stuff, like I like e-shows, not e-hollow, but like TLC, I guess, but not just like YouTube channels of hyper individuals, or just like the real world, no even acting, just the real. I'm not obviously not TLC shows, but and but yeah, and like how permanent like little things are. It's wild. It's wild. Like I look up to the stars, and all I can think is, ah. It's yeah. Well, on the Florida coast, so a few minutes walk that way, it's just endless, and it's a wild thing to be able to sit by. Mountains had the same. Guess like so easy to get swept up with stuff. But it used to bug me out so much since I was a kid. Why like people didn't really talk about like existence or really anything, like space, like what the future of humanity versus past looks like. I mean, hardly much interest among like casual conversation in regards to origins. But kind of the most fascinating thing possible. I mean, even unknowable as maybe, it's just at least like mention it every now and then, like, because I think if more people knew that more people knew, or like more people knew that more people felt like holy shite at all times, whenever they get like a second, I don't know, be less like feelings of like not being understood, because like even if the people in your immediate surroundings don't understand your whatever, there's like so I mean every possibility of like thought like I feel like exists or will, like running every single possibility possible. Yeah. Alright, so I was supposed to be thinking while I was rambling there, and I think I thought enough, so either wet hackle maybe to kind of make a bell shape, so when this is in the water it just looks like a ghost of a fish. I don't know if it works like that, but I also wanted to try to kind of almost like hackle with the ice stub and let it flow through this. So maybe I'll try that. Add more silver to it. Flash. Ah. Yeah, for real. Yeah, I guess. You're right, Swiper. I mean, now thankfully with the internet, like, I think I don't just like wholesome content because it's entertainment value, but it's even down to the little things, even the smallest things that can be are like shared experiences, and like anything to prove to individuals that they're not alone, I guess, is um, very attractive to me, especially like as far as um, like seeing like content that I like see or scroll past, because I think that's one of the easiest things to fall into, and that trickles and triggers so many other like I mean if you're convinced you are alone, like you might actually become alone, and you know, as a human being, I kind of envision us as a whole as a kind of self-prophesizing species. I think the only. I don't know, but it just when I was like really young, Nostradamus like blew my mind. The fact that there was like just like that was a thing, and like Baba Yaga and stuff. But like in other years, like every possible ability being run. So like, you know, if you could think it, it exists in porn, but on on just an entire scale in regards to like our existence, considering everything else has been here for a while. But I personally think we're like crash landed and like, you know, colonizing until we can carry on in our space quest to filter the soul spores throughout the cosmos, because their souls aren't, you know, souls. They're actually parasites. I wrote a few comics like throughout time just from doodles because I like doodling so. And one is like the universe was named Karmok, and I forgot a star, like I forgot all the little things, but one of the themes was the human soul is a parasite, and like a cordyceps mushroom, and the parasite like is what like gets us inventing and all that, so we can invent our way off of this planet and onto the next and repeat the process. So carry on the soul spores. One moment. Okay. Scarily. I turned the coffee maker on and blew my nose. So let's see. Swag. Beautiful. Alright, so wait. Paper towel. Hey, that's my sugar pack. I have secret sugar packets. My mom has diabetes. And she really likes sweets. Lobotomy van. Yeah, that's right. Dream reference book. Very nice. I used to have the Freud dream reference. I think it was my mom's. That's one reason why I really like the tarot cards for symbolism flashcards. Because to me, they really are just a deck of really cool art, but a lot of the symbolism is can be traced just about every direction. So make learning fun. Okay, let's forget the wire. Oh, well, maybe the perfect time. Trace this stuff. Okay. Okay, well, I find bodkin. I lose this too much. Where? I really lose this like multiple times a day, but it's so simple. Just a good old pokey, but gosh, what yeah, found it. I just like doing I do the whole wiggly thing too, but maybe I just don't wiggle enough. Because I seem to what's happening? Oh, drop a lot. Give me tonight. And if you don't wanna stay, girl, I'll just forget you. Got a lot stuck in my head right now. A little burr at the end I gotta take care of eventually. Tell me, come on, Victor. Hey. This wire is so thin. Okay. Ooh. So I think I should probably keep it in my hands. Mm. and pulling it down. Try to get it going kind of like one side maybe. Can't help myself. So I'll pop a color before I tie off. Damn. Weed guard. Oh, shoot. Dang. Mm. I use this little. Good. Use that little bit to squeegee some in there. Definitely want to do this, but with maybe a smaller shank hook. My favorite pantheon? In Aruba, they have the Orishas. That's pretty impactful, but probably cause like really, I gotta think like some like art and symbolically, I guess, because the archetypes are like so spanning. I really like how the tail came out. I will say that the wispy pearl ice stub with the holographic silverite, really, really like that. Ooh. The lobotomy bands, man. I still can't get over, like Rosemary Kennedy. When I was a kid, I found a book. I was really into Marilyn Monroe when I was like a child, and a lot of like Kennedy stuff here in Palm Beach County. So I was paid like, you know, kind of like girlish fascination level attention. So like with the anyway, long story short, saw a picture of this girl named Rosemary, and it's like, whoa, she is pretty. And so the next time I guess I was in school, I made it a point to use the school computer to look up more on Rosemary Kennedy because it just had a picture and her name. And holy drugs, more information like comes out like all the time, but heartbreaking stuff. I really like how she came out. So shoot, I really, really, really want to paint some coral. And I think 4 is probably the latest I'm gonna let myself stay at. The carnelian. Really wanted to make more of these tonight, but God, just moving snail's pace. More than happy to doodle here, however, that I still, all I have is this peen coral. But I'm gonna use all these weird like splotches to just make coral. I mean, the best part about growing plants and stuff like that is even more less ruled than, you know, if you were to draw a person or something and you wanted to be in proportion, but it grows so wild, and then of course you'll have bits broken off where it grows even more wild, so you could really do what you want to do, but I have no idea what I'm doing. So all I know is I've always really wanted to be able to depict things. Like, I could do it all day. I love this stuff. But if I wanted to make a quick doodle of like a coral or mushroom or plant or a fish, I don't know if I could like adequately. And even being able to do rough outlines with the coloring. So I think the hair caddis will be tomorrow night. I apologize. I should have started with that. But I remember that I had the pink hackle feathers. Yeah. I'm still thinking about favorite Pantheon. I would just say all of them. Every single one. The reason why the Yoruba Pantheon comes to mind is, oh, it might be, just how limitless it is. It's like anywhere from like 200 to, I forgot how many, Orishas, I believe. And, yeah. Okay. One moment. Mm. So, like, let's show you. This is like, see, with my arms all the way to my side, like I'm pushing. Pushing. But too much gap. It's from the side, too flat. The fuck? I mean, sorry. So I too need to start drinking like protein milk, but only problem is I think I'd rather eat like dehydrated ground chicken and capsules because I could taste it and I just I can't get it down. I might be able to get a few sips down, but it's certainly not enough to benefit in any way. And so been on the hunt for some stuff and yeah, because it's summertime and oh, most of my stuff is sleeveless because it's South Florida, but you know, really only the last few years I started filming a bunch. Can't stand thinking about that, but uh, pretty, I think, and then I say it out loud. And, oh, look at this shirt I found. Righteous. Yeah. Do want to get to doing some push-ups though. If anyone has any tips, a fan of what some may refer to as the lady variety. However, God, I could only do like two. Mind, okay, I could lift a log of not grand proportions, but you know, a log, not a twig. I'm not mistaking, but so that's what we got here. And Code, he's been actually drinking that too, and sent over a jar for my dad. But I have little sips here and there. Is there like a cilantro type of thing with protein? Cause it's the same thing. Like I wish I could eat liver, but I can't. Like that is too irony. I have to eat it with like 22 to 27 sweet onions. But yeah, like I woke up arms specifically, like going sideways. Like I'm sure there's something here that like can collect fat or something. I have been seeing beef tallow everywhere. And probably could use some more olive oil. I do like drinking olive oil. It's got a ton of calories and it's just I don't know, stuff like the vine or something. But getting this weird antsiness off the side of the street. I just gotta go and make a cup of coffee real quick. So I apologize. I will be back in like 1 minute and 30 seconds. It's quick, but it's already heated up. It might have turned off already, but by the time I filled the pot, it's one. Well, I gotta sleep the mic here. I feel like nature's there's no nature sounds. I need to get the the waterfall back up. Oh yeah. I think this is the only part that's metal. The rest is kind of plasticky. But good guys. Yeah. 16. Good. Do you remember Frenchie from G-Star? He drove like a souped up Honda Civic. He's from France. I always wonder what happened to that kid. They like souped up cars or something. We're very, very creative in these parts. We had the one kid from France called Frenchie, and Scotland from Scotland. Pardon, I think so. Does that have to be clear? Oh. Alright. Well, I forgot the weed whacker, but the coloring. I was gonna try this on the next one, adding, but it tastes pretty good. I haven't given that a go yet. Using the ice dub for kind of like a, I guess, dubbing brush maybe. And so I want to make sabiki, and it's S-A-B-A, or no, S-A-B-I-K-I, and I'm not sure as to what kind of nuts to use, knots to use, and I'm thinking either that or using the swivels with the triple swivels, if you will. Got a few of those. Maybe for a larger sabiki, because a lot of these little bait fish patterns and streamer flies, I feel like would make excellent sabiki. You know, marry the worlds. And I'm sure loads of them. I couldn't find much, but I haven't dug very deep on sabiki like patterns. I'm looking for that fish scale. I have to go to the thrift store tomorrow, like real bad, and like poking around the pictures online, and went once way back like a few weeks ago, I guess a few months ago now, when I'm itching to go back, and they had a craft supply section, so yeah, I gotta get down there maybe like first thing. I don't know where my like life inspiration went. But I always get myself sucked back into my desk. A few months ago, I was trying to get rid of everything so I could kind of stay out there, but you know, with everything that been going on in pretty much everyone I know's life, really good time to stay busy at a desk anyways, so. As long as you got little handcrafts, you know, you're fine in any situation. Alright, y'all. Hey, Hugo did try frog-legs, surprisingly, here in Florida. Sports bar had them a few years ago for, I think it was Thanksgiving or something. Didn't feel like cooking. And we all went to whatever was open. And the spot used to be called Grumpy Grouper, but they since changed it. They since changed it, and they had frog legs on the menu, affordably, enough to be like, you know, when in Rome. Kind of expected them to not look very good, but the sports bar was just kind of the theme for a pretty decent quality spot. I tell you what, they were delicious, and they were prepared like just perfect. Everything about it, there were zero complaints, and not dry. Didn't look. I mean, it looked as fresh as one could gauge visually from something that they've never experienced, but really, really succulent little little things, to be totally honest. And and snails too, but really like I'll be real, like it's mainly just like garlicky butter. And they don't really have a flavor, that texture, but it just kind of, you know, when Bruce Lee says when water like is in a pot, it becomes the pot. Well, when the snails are in butter and garlic, it just kind of becomes butter and garlic. Delicious. As and shell fish-ish. So crazy. I'm walking around in my childhood home talking just out loud and people can hear. That's wild. It's like a homebody's dream, an introverted, extroverted homebody's dream come true. Oh, rugby. I think really you would have Scotland to worry about for that, right? I've watched a few rugby matches just in passing, and holy trucks, I do wish we I don't know, put more emphasis on rugby here. I like baseball a good deal. I don't know much about it or anything, but I like watching it. I like baseball games. I've only been to one. It was Marlins and versus Washington Nationals, and Cheap Trick played, and pretty neat. I like the like the baseball games have that charm, I guess, for lack of better words, that I'm constantly after. Like, it kind of makes you want to have a sandwich after and do some fishing or something. You know what I mean? Like, or, I don't know, something so ground level that for some reason last few decades kind of moved away from. Like, my grandparents had rooms, essentially. Well, not rooms, but a bunch of camping gear, and all from the 70s and 80s. He would still pick stuff up, but the interest on camping, like, dwindled drastically, and a lot of the RV parks are also from, like, the 70s, 80s, well, 60s to 80s. There's, swimming in Lake Okeechobee. Or not Lake Okeechobee, my bad, Lake Osborne. Sorry, I want to paint so bad, I'm, like, at a standstill. Oh, maybe that's what I can do. I have to fold some paper. Oh! Yeah! I caught most of that. Good. So, found this book. I'm really, 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 really excited about this. I have a few feed sack shirts from my great grandma, and a few just from collecting, but I found a book on it. Well, just kind of hanging out now anyway. Feed sacks, so flour, seed, grain. They come in like beautifully printed bags, and like some prints you may very well recognize. And anytime I see a print like this, especially on old fabric, something happens with them. I don't ask myself many questions, but it's the greatest. I'm famous. It's the greatest of all fabrics. Is things that don't exist anymore. Indescribable. But really, really, I'll show the skirt real quick. It's super simple or what have you, but it's from the 70s. And I've had it for years. Probably washed it 1,000 times. And it's still golden. But the print is really nice. And the fit is really nice. Like, it's fitted, but you can still move around in it. And yeah. There's no pilling, nothing. Nothing. No pilling. Wild to me. It's just simple as shit. But it's like when clothing was still made by humans for humans. So it looks like a pillowcase. However, on fit, it just... Should have never taken home economics out of school. It's just saying. The U.S. government owes me sewing classes, is all I'm saying. Yeah. Screw it. And cooking classes. I can cook though. I'd like to know how to make all the sauces and bread. The different breads. I've made bread a few times. Beautifully looking bread. Jesus bread. But I don't mean to say that in a rude way. I just... See, this is by definition, the most perfect dress. Used from recycled materials. Very sturdy. Used for grain, holding grain, and probably dozens and dozens of pounds of it. So that's good fabric, too. I don't know. And holding like yeasty rice might do. I don't know. It just. A lot of this stuff is coming back. So I have been seeing prints that I've been fooled a few times where I'm like, ooh, but it was like Shein or something. Prints that you really would never see in modern clothing, unless it's like, I don't know, but yeah, anywho. So, before I talk y'all's ears off about things, I try to keep it to fly time, but let's see. I got a good deal of interest. I have piles of random like activities working on, and found some felt too. So yeah, I'm almost ready to decorate the cart, which is the fishing cart. Yeah. What? It's just a gap. I can't see this. But I don't really care. As you get more self-aware, I feel like if you it's one good reason about streams is I don't have to edit them or anything. So I feel like any human being would sit there and like nitpick you know, the person they're most familiar with themselves. Oh yeah. So I think these are some of the most perfect patterns to give a go with the gouache because you can layer. So maybe spend a day trying to recreate some of these prints. Because that all comes in handy too. Could always try to get it printed on. Oh. No. Oh, and it was. Oh, wow, I have to find it. Summer code, I have a thing. Oh, that's perfect. I just need to sew so bad. It's so hard to find dresses that go below the knee that don't fall apart. Then you can wash. Because, yeah, I'm not like the tallest person in the world. I'm 5'9", but I don't know what whoever was thinking, making like 90% of that leg material, because I could wear a regular dress and for some reason it just does not fit the same. Even like friends that are similar height, it would fit different. Like my arse would be sticking out. It's like goes to their knee. But my mom has this little Pioneer Girl doll that's obviously like printed fabric cut into and like stitched together to make a little plushie. It's from a feed bag. It's from a flour bag. And let me get back to it. I should have held it up, but that is so exciting. So it would be like this kind of deal. But you cut it out and there'll be two. And I stitch them together again. So, I gotta bring that back. I can compost the fabric and stuff. Just all that color and pattern, like, so stimulating. Like, what? What? 3D feed bag? Hi, Bowning Dawn. And if you don't mind me asking, is that Vietnamese? Or Laos? Bagology. Too refined for bagology. A bagologist. Sugar. Sugar bags. Easy to look at. And sour chase burlap or cotton burlap printed potato. Because you're like storing loads of food. That's sitting too close to the camera. I like light sound and stuff. Pretty alright. How you doing, Paul's? Found this seed stacks book in one of those free libraries. And I've never been so taken. I really like for instance, like even just how that wheat is drawn. Everything about everything is so dang interesting. The blue. Just the decisions and the color. The light is. Man, oh man, oh man. I have loads of the swatches of these fabrics too. Just haven't found anything to do with them. I can't get posture right for this film angle. Yeah, I gotta get me some government sewing lessons. When I was a kid, we had to depict a figure from history, so I chose Betsy Ross. And I think we brought brought the rocking chair. It was important. And I brought, I didn't want to use my regular school scissors, and like we had to ask permission and everything. I brought my grandma's old sewing scissors, so they're these huge, long, rusty scissors. But oh, and my grandma made the outfit. I just wore like a Laura Ashley dress, and she made the apron with like a pioneer hat. Well, not pioneer hat, but Betsy Ross hat. I don't know what that hat shape is called. Kind of like almost like a bonnet of sorts. Like a cap. Like a protective cap. Oh no shit. I will be checking that out. Yeah, I'll be checking that out, like for sure. The trout stomach contest blew my mind. Absolutely blew my mind. At first, the first glance, and I'll be totally real, I've never seen that chirono noise. I never seen midges, chirono noise. And I've never used that word like myself, so my first thought was like, oh wow, there's like parasites? But no, they're just in midges, because I couldn't really, it's just, I never thought to look in the stomach of, and unfortunately, I will be, that will be one of the first things I do if I find something I can take back for food, but Chirano noise. eventually when I get to professional levels of playing, but I would like to overcome my fear of a damn blank piece of paper or messing up something like working on. And I wish I could just keep going, like even like 1,000 layers, but something, I don't know, gets paused or whatever. I found a Swedish sweater today. I love the sound of one truck on the street. I think big truck will see here, but middle of the night like now, you'll hear like specifically just one. It sounds like a boat like going through the silent street. The bike? I really want that gas scooter. Yeah. Can't complain about me being silent. Bitches. They're trying to ban e-bikes in my town, so that was personal. But I really want to get that bike down here so it doesn't get, because it's gonna rot. Code won't ride my bike around because it thinks that my Coke basket is ugly. He said that, can you believe it? He also said my PVC pipe was vile. I'm just kidding, he didn't say any of that. But the tires are very small and, you know, not the most comfortable. So for a male, I can't imagine it would be much better. Those streets are bumpy. Those tires are small. You know. It's Co's bike is built for the swamp. It's big, meaty. Yeah, it's got teeny tires. Perfect for here, though. I get one of those carts. Gotta get a cart. I found the perfect fishing cart. Usually I can only find the ones that have 2 wheels, but found one with 4. Hey. 200 baht, well, 165, which also haven't really looked for one of those in a while, and last time I couldn't really find one under 200. And it's like a vehicle. It's big, meaty. And, yeah, so also my mom got a ride home from a stranger. So I am getting her a shopping cart because she decides to go to the market at like 7 in the morning, and like now she goes, what, like, you know, we all go together because holy chokes, has crime been bad in this area, and like, you know, it is South Florida, so like everybody does stay casually strapped, surely, but it's like, it's getting like wild. I say that like it's not always wild. Jesus Christ. It's just a wild area, like it's always been, always will be. More congestion, you know. You just gotta be vigilant. Obviously, I like world peace, but I wouldn't change anything for anything. Part of this area's charm is its chaos, so, you know, we don't got skyscrapers. Need a little chaos. e-bike. Whoa, VV, I think. And pretty affordable e-bike. And the tires are really small, so perfect for like city. However, how it's set up, it's kind of like moped in shape. Like the bar does, you don't have to step over it. You can put your leg through it. So if you have back issues or knee issues, it really is an ideal bike. I don't see many that shape unless like they're like a moped or something. But this is a bike, and I have seen like a while back small tires and everything, fold-up bikes that kind of looked like that, and I believe with step in, but like, you know, if you have injuries or wear dresses, it's really an ideal shape. And it's comfortable. I put a little like flat kind of tray or crate on the back. Ideal. Please ride my teeny bike vlog. Sorry. I'll learn how to pronounce it eventually. Party. Train. Alright, 4. Alright. So, I think it'll be incredibly boring if I stream painting or doodling. I mean, I show some doodles here and there, and they're obviously like 2-second doodles, but I feel like I still do some little drawings that I like, but it's not like a pretty process. It's a lot of you know, I always prematurely stop, but I wanna do more of these index card sunsets, and just been doing it with black paint. It's fun to mix some dark blue in it, or green. Like if it's like an orangey scale, I'll mix a little green or blue with it, but if it's like a reddish one, I'll mix some green in it. Those complementary colors. I don't even really show up with it. It's, in sunset, when you're looking at the sky, everything looks black. And just put them here and start like a palm tree. Oops. Clump this go around. That'll be pitch, but trying to like get all where the stuff will be anyway. I like don't have to put much thought into it. Nature's already done that part. So that's it. Move to like this. Oh, sorry, but like I was like shite. But yeah, you keep going. Looks like shite now, but that's because layer by layer starts getting that sweet depth. I can figure out how to fold it up. And I just tried for a second, but music on. So if anybody has any music recommendations, listening to a lot of Pinback and Boston and Elliott Smith. So obviously can't complain. Try and make a bush. What? More than happy to make you, what's it called? Mod, Jesus. Pulse width. More than happy to. I managed it, but I don't know too much about. I need to start, shaping up about that. And learning and shape. Hey Mark, it's late. But God, fell asleep at the wrong time and just fell asleep right before I was about to come on at a normal time. Well, first I was ready around 7, but my dad's friend that had a stroke really bad. He's been getting some like furniture and stuff to try to make his life a lot easier for right now. And since he can't get, the physical therapy would be like astronomical, so he's gonna be kind of doing his own. So stuff for when the water gets warmer. Hopefully by that time he's able to get around. but can't put the furniture together very, it'd be an absolute task to even put a little end table. So, been having the stuff shipped here, and I put it together, and then my dad will bring it over. Lives really close, so ain't no thing. It would be funny, like, remember, because I used to, like, mow the neighborhood, like, for 20 bucks per yard or whatever, but now it'd be like, they could get kids, like, build IKEA furniture. Well, not IKEA. I like IKEA furniture, but jeez, it's Florida, man. It gets wet sometimes. Any particle board, like... Alright, I really want to get into this. I hope I could start picking up some things, because it'd be nice to do some like watercolor live streams and split screens with other people's desks. But as always, never hesitate, don't be a stranger. Been here for a few years now. But anyway, yeah, gosh, my back is just like, I can't even sit straight up anymore. I need to get one of those back braces just to correct my posture, but I'll be back swimming anytime, so. Ow. Yeah. So, I need to, like, flatten my spine again. The big of chair and couch. It's just the couch that I sit on out there is right next to the TV. Like, right next to it. I can make it through like 5 minutes of a sitcom. It's just, unless it's black books, I can't. The laugh track. That's the only reason why I can't get. They should make a code to filter out, mute, and destroy the laugh tracks from episodes. You'll laugh if it's funny, like. And like, it doesn't sound like laughter, because it's supposed to be a crowd of people. It just sounds like random, like, static, or like if a window popped off in an airplane, like out of nowhere. And if it was genuine applause, that's one thing, but if it's like simulated, it just I mean, I'll listen to live performances, and I have to remember which ones include the audience applause. There's been a few times. I probably caused damage to my heart, honestly, because it'll be like a nice, like, peaceful, easy song, and then the crowd erupts. It applauds, but it'll be like full blast. And full blast, just like hundreds of people just screaming. Yeah, but yeah. I think they would cough at their substitutions. But spay hackle too is something. See, on spay flies, there'll be some that, I mean, really just too beautiful, really, really pretty. Anytime I Google those two words together. But some, I saw these like long tendril-like kind of fibers coming out, just very indescribable and perfect. And it comes to find out spahackle, which I didn't previously know about, so gotta see about acquiring some of that anti-crappy jigs. Right on. Yeah, crappy's really big. I've been really dying to try to I'm sure if you've seen a Grateful Fishing TV with Chino. Is his name Chino or did I think so? He's a Vietnamese guy. Dude is brilliant, but also like kind of a problem to the crappie population. But yeah, no, just like definition of perfect life lived or perfect like in my opinion, like if I could switch places with anybody, it would be Chino if that's his name. But it's and I can't wait. And everything is going to come to fruition eventually. I usually don't plan or prepare anything and kind of go about that way, but that's why I feel like I'm kind of incubating in a way and just trying to absorb as much information because I'll have time again eventually, and being absolutely ready by way of the little like stove. Just really you need you know something to wear and like clean or a way to clean it and keep it soft. But that and water obviously, a way to cook and stuff to cook in case nothing is caught, as well as more knowledge on the things around you, like sand fillets and recipes. I've been looking up a lot on Filipino smoked fish or cured fish, and a lot of really, really incredible one. I forget. Oh, tapa. Easiest one to remember. Not tapas like even though there is tapas, but tapa. Can you hear me? My mic died. But tapa, T-A-P-A, filefish. And apparently it's supposed to be sweet and buttery. And there's another one. Sometimes I'll see them in videos. They'll be like the bones of a fish kind of like compressed together. That and so all that like it has to be preparable with stuff I can find locally. And for the last like 20 years, just been real into foraging plants and fish by way of my dad's friends, my dad, but all that kind of slowed to a stop. Every now and then get some ground venison, right on. But I gotta get out there. I need some fish, and nobody sells any affordably locally anymore. And like or unaffordably, you gotta travel for that shit. But might as well just walk like 15 minutes down the street. Anywho, on that note, all of y'all have a beautiful evening. Crappie season all over the USA, and the bugs are selling. So it is crappie season. Oh, so I'm in Southeast Florida. Do they come this south? Like, I need to just read up more about them, cause all I know is brackish, I think, but really all I know is that good eating and people really like them. And at Tuppence there's like tons of crappie jigs. I'm pumping them, I think. Big hinge. Oh, that's a good. Very cool. Thank you, Mark. That's really beautiful fish too. And I should look it up. Which reminds me, there's also a fish called Dang It. Daggit. So, black crappie. Man, I wish. What? That's ridiculous. The way I would genuinely shed tears to be able to fry something like that. Like, I'm planning on eating small baby little fish to just anything I can. It's really about the nutrients and acquiring them myself. Very cool. Crappie dispersion map. Florida. Oh, yeah. Hey, we get black crappie. Speckled perch. Yeah. I love their eyes. So nice. Girl, yeah. Ooh. Alright. Sad music time. Well, not sad. I don't know. It's not sad. It's just like human condition music time. I really. When everyone's asleep, I really like listening to like the music I find lyrically, personally, and just like silently agreeing with it and definitely not singing out loud. But on that note, again, God, I do repeat myself a lot. I apologize. Not a broken record, just like a scratched one. Yeah, for sure, yeah. People go crazy over crappie jigs. Oh, right on. Big crappies. Oh, more mushrooms and fry crab. See, that's it. That's the mushrooms are next. See, plants. I don't have plants tackled by any means every day. Like, not even looking for new plants or any plant information I come across. Like, holy trucks, that exists. Good to know. But fish and shellfish, just like freshwater, saltwater, brackish, what have you. But next, definitely mushrooms, 100%. And probably I'll start with the kits, and then hopefully one day see spring. But I really want to go up north, Central Florida, I believe, for the chanterelles. I still have yet to try one, and for years now, and they've gotten popular to the point that I have seen them before, I think, in stores. Could be mistaken. Maybe they were, I don't know, but no, I don't think I've seen them in stores. Beautiful golden color, but like, I'm yeah, chanterelles. They look just divine, quite frankly. And yeah, oyster mushrooms. They make incredible kits for those. I see pictures on Facebook all the time of the kits. I used to get the catalog, the Proud to be part of this rotting earth. Shoot. True North? No. It's called something like that. Mushroom catalog. But Hen of the Woods and the Falls. Ooh hoo hoo. Oh, the mushrooms are so filling. Yeah, that is next. That is food. Like, I have to try a puffball mushroom. Bad. I have to hold one too. And the other ones, I saw a video in passing of these kids. They made like gummy bears, like Sour Patch Kids, out of these little gummy mushrooms. And I've just never seen those before. And I think of those at least 3 times a week, for sure. They look so good. That like texture, and they're freaking quaint. But I know they're not nowhere near these parts. But I'd really like to try those. If those grow, I don't know where they grow, but totally forgot. They just wow, delicious. There is a Japanese restaurant down the street too in Lantana. If you call in advance, I give them like a week, I guess. So a few days, but call in advance and schedule a day to come in to eat a mushroom platter, and he'll go around and find as many mushrooms as he can, and 15 bucks. Got it once, a huge plate, about like 20 different types of mushrooms and colors I've never seen before, because it's right in Manalapan too, so like pretty dang affordable for the quality anyway. It's good. Taikyo. It's Japanese and Thai. So Thai, Thaikyo, Taikyo, and they do this thing. It's which I wish I could eat it every day, just with like all different whatever's in season, I guess. It's so simple: cucumbers, avocados, and cubed tuna. But you could put anything, and yeah. And if you need a little bit more like filling, you could get like a side of rice, and real good. But I just miss eating seafood so much, like it hurts. The same pain, like after sitting in a room that's too cold without a sweater, and you're like physically sore, yes. And Sushi Bon is no longer. That's the best sushi spot. You'd see in the morning him picking the fish up from the fisherman, and it's just so slipping away so fast. And there's all stuff that I really wanted to film. But it's alright, because there's, you know, it's, you know, there's other plans now, so. Love y'all, have a beautiful evening. The puffballs look incredible. Absolutely incredible. Even just sliced really thin to like crisp up with some stuff on top. And like that texture is just like, I'm sorry. There's loads of cartoons I wish that like obviously Krabby Patty, yeah. like cartoon pizza, or the Honey and Winnie the Pooh. I'll never forget the first time my mom got a jar of honey when I was like coherent enough to know it was honey and Winnie the Pooh like correlation. Took me a huge spoonful, and so I decided that it wasn't honey. It was actually honey mustard from Bud's Chicken Seafood. Yeah. But the puffballs look like a straight cartoon. And those little jelly mushrooms. Like, I think if you just look up like made candy out of mushrooms or something like that, jelly mushrooms, and just, I wish I could buy them. Maybe someone that sells them online at this point, or they already did, and I just didn't succeed in finding them. But there's certain things like I know for a fact I have to try those little jelly mushrooms. But no. Oh God. Situated between West Palm Beach and Boca Raton is a coastal Florida city with artsy downtown vibes. That's us. See, like, that local, like, just Lakeward population, like, made an artsy, quaint little town for itself and existed as such for such a long time that it was pretty well purchased. And, especially during the pandemic, everything was just purchased, so it's like a fake version of it. It's bizarre. It feels like Disney World or something. Like, still seem to think that, but you know, change is change regardless, and so gotta make the best of whatever comes this way, and it's just wild. Like they're selling like local living as a product. Local living, because a bunch of like, locals lived here for generations. Like it was like very heavily generational, like, and everyone knew each other, but everyone's been pushed out. I think I know like 2 people. Everyone's sold and did. Let's go through that. See, I didn't have to wait for the place to be branded. This has always been my favorite place on planet Earth. But because of the coordinates and the air, and like, you know, I'm not in charge of my DNA and where it wants to be. It's just crazy to see like it take place, I guess. So I mean, it's happened a bunch of places. Like every place has a place that, I mean, there was somewhere else before, and maybe like every tourist like spot starts with a local, like, I don't know. Separated by cow pastures? What cow pastures? They've been all turned to mass housing. Fucking cucks. It drives me nuts. They're selling all this shit that doesn't exist anymore because it was all eradicated for growth. Yeah, there's no Florida orange groves. There's only a few Florida. Yeah, obviously there's no Florida orange groves. They're all like gated communities now. Like, why make the farms like? It's just wild that farmland seems to be seen as real estate now rather than like a functional piece of you know, earth that goes. Anyway, happy trails. I hate it. Yeah. Are you in a major city or like outskirting one? Yeah, yeah, exactly. Same here too. Like my parents keep talking about, but no. Oh, no. We had two houses, my grandparents' house, and for some reason it went to them rather than like the grandkids. They instantly sold them for nothing. Now they were on the water. Like, yeah, completely threw away anything that like would have been passed through the family or could have been like generational anything. And they are they've all squandered it. Like not a single dime remains from those. My grandparents worked like their whole lives for. But one day I will like be like more productive. Cause I can't like it's such a, like a difficult thing to not have been able to, because both of those places meant like the absolute world to me, but I'm just, I don't know why things are just so, like people are convinced it's disposable or something, or like replaceable or something, like it's such a one of one. And like, my great grandma lived there. Why do that? And the worst part is they could have all lived in it. Rather than getting like a few grand to like pay for maybe if a few years worth of renting. Let's just stay. You know, like even after my grandparents passed away for a long time, like I had a big family, but without like a central, like secure hub, like when things go wrong, that kind of falls apart. And but when anything in anybody's life would go wrong, they would have those two places to be able to pick themselves back up. But since those are gone, they have to like go great distances to find the opportunities that, you know. But you know, a few years, like I don't even want a house like right now, anyways. Sounds lame as hell. I'm just kidding. I really want a house. Like a small one. The smallest house you've ever seen with like the smallest yard you've ever seen, but with like the biggest pool you've ever. No, just kidding. I want one of those natural pools, but with no brain amoeba. Which unfortunately, I never really thought about that until code. some, like, I look at water that looks swimmable, and he's like, brain-eating amoeba. Is it Amiga? What is that? Is it Commodore brain-eating Amiga? That could be a shirt. But I like your name, Michi. I do like your name. Ohio. That's intense. There's a odd trend of like saying things where like must be from Ohio, and it felt very Florida man, and so Ohio feels like Florida's like cousin of the North or something. Got that prestige. So hi, oh. That song's gonna be stuck in my head all night. I haven't listened to Modest Mouse in a good minute, but their older stuff very I don't know, got a lot of wisdoms. Moon in Antarctica's the last album I know, but you know. Pacific Northwest, is it? Like, Built to Spill, Modest Mouse. Built to Spill, like, kind of stayed, like, I don't know how to describe what I'm saying. But anyway. Yeah, we used to get to San Hano. It feels weird. I think the timing is just bad, because if this was a few years ago, I would be so excited, because I've been dead in love with, like, my surroundings my whole life. I can never, ever imagine living elsewhere. Like, I lived in Colorado for 3 months. Doesn't really count, I get that, but I, just everything. The weeds, the soil, like, I know not all of them, but I know like, it's, just totally acclimated, I guess. And, or born with it, so of course, like, you know, I've been born acclimated to this area. But it's like the corner of the Bermuda Triangle. Like, I just can't describe it. Like, the thought of not living here shatters my soul. And it's like, I can't imagine if, like, they make, like, if, because it was always kind of nerve-wracking having such a direct access to the beach, because, like, it did feel like it was, like something people were overlooking, because I really used to talk so much shit about, like, where, like, it made no sense to me, because it was paradise. I always wished for, you know, more, because besides, like, quick stops and some tourist shops and stuff like that, and antique shops, that's great. Like, not too many events unless your regular holiday stuff, or propaganda, the local kind of like dive bar where there's live music, but just kind of like, I guess, I don't know. Ill prepared, but not as prepared as I wish I was. I should have been waiting this moment my whole dang life. Oh, but on that note, I love my hometown and growing pains. Change is changing. It's my turn to get to change, like see a like a big old shift. My favorite thing to do with my mom is to walk around and talk about all the differences from era to era. Because now I could kind of like remember too, and so pretty neat. Anyway. Excuse me. Happy trails, y'all. Love y'all. If you're on Discord or Instagram, Facebook, on all those things, I think the Discord is linked in the description of the video, but it might be on the description of the channel itself. But on that note, happy trails, y'all. Good night, and good night, Mark, and Stephen Kings. What's up? Please feel free to come by to March Stephen. We're gonna be, or Stefan, we're gonna be tying some flies. Hopefully more than one, but hey, look at this elegant body. Maybe. I hope she moves like the way I hope she does. But on that note, over to you guys. How many times did I say on that note? I gotta find some